Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really praying that this camera angle is okay, because if I film this whole thing and it's not, I'm gonna scream. But anyways, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here and you don't know me, my name is Tracy. I am an ESL teacher. I'm an expat that just moved to Korea like 3 months ago. So as you can see by the title of this video, I just want to explain why I chose to work at a Hagwon as opposed to EPIK. And if the lighting of this video changes or is weird throughout this video, please forgive me. I'm filming this video at 8 o'clock at night and the sun is like setting. Personally, deciding to work at a Hagwon as opposed to working at EPIK was like a very easy decision for me. Like from the jump, from the get-go, like last year August, September, when I was like researching, watching other people's videos and watching their like processes, documentation process, like it was just a no-brainer for me when I was like doing my research of like whether to choose EPIK or a Hagwon. So again, like if you don't know, EPIK basically stands for English Program in Korea, and it's like a government program that recruits foreign teachers or native teachers from English speaking countries to work in public schools, in government schools, like in normal schools. And then Hagwons are basically their businesses. They are privately owned businesses, which are basically like after school programs for parents like who want to help their kids get ahead with like learning English, because usually in Korea, I think for a lot of universities, if not all, I'm not sure, but for a lot of universities there are like there's an English proficiency exam that you have to take before you can get in. And like public school, like English taught in public school, like I think just isn't enough to like pass that exam or pass it well. So a lot of parents will put their children in private English schools called Hagwons, and that's where I work. Okay, so first and foremost, documentation process. And this like was one of my main reasons that immediately when I heard this, I was like, okay, we're going with Hagwon. So basically for both programs, you need your university transcripts, but for EPIK they need to be like physical transcripts, like in an envelope. And first of all, last year, so I studied in the Free State in Bloem, and obviously like I live in Joburg. I was living in Joburg, so that already was going to be so like hard for me to get. I knew that it was going to take so long because the admin, just like the admin at UFS, I'm sorry, I love UFS, but it's so bad. Everything takes so long, and I knew that just trying to get those, especially when I wasn't in the province, was going to take so long and it was just going to be so strenuous. I was like, I'm not doing this. With Hagwons, like I already had access to my digital transcript, so I was like, okay, I already have this. I'm not going to make my life more difficult by trying to get the physical ones. So that was the first one. The second reason why I didn't go with EPIK was the lack of choice, like the lack of ability to choose where you want to work. So with EPIK, from as far as like I understand it, you apply through EPIK, and then once you pass all the interviews, the Department of Education in Korea, I think they place you basically where teachers are needed. So I was like, there is no way in how I'm gonna move from the city life, the suburb life, and like I'll be damned if they put me in the freaking rural area. And I know that like obviously rural area in Korea is not the same as like rural in South Africa, but I was like, I'm sorry, like I'm already coming to a country where I don't know anyone, I don't speak the language. I don't want them to put me in like a isolated island somewhere or a rural area. And that was one of the things for me. I was like, I'm coming to Korea, I want to either live in like a metropolitan city or a coastal city. That's what I wanted. I said metropolitan or coastal city, like give me that. So yeah, that was the second reason. I was like, and I think with EPIK, like you don't know where you're going until you actually like, because I think you have the orientation, and then when the buses take you, like they take you to where you're going, and you only find out that day. Because like that for me was too much, like leaving too much up in the air and like not being able to decide where I'm gonna go and like what that area is gonna be like, and you know, and if it has like a foreign population and things like that. So yeah, this third reason why I decided to go with the Hagwon and not EPIK is because of the money. So we all know EPIK, so we all know Hagwons pay more than EPIK, like even with no experience with Hagwons, because they are a business, like you can negotiate. For example, if you were a teacher in your country, if you have a teaching license, if you have teaching experience, like you can always negotiate for more. With EPIK, they have like a pay scale, and like it is what it is, and that pay scale is lower than Hagwons. I'm not sure what it is right now, and I don't want to lie, but I know for a fact that like it's not that bad. But when I was looking at the numbers and I was researching, and I was like, oh, Hagwon, EPIK, like for me again, like another no-brainer. Like it was just, the difference was enough for me to go like no. So yeah, and I feel like even with no experience, I get paid like very well, and there's no way I would get paid what I get paid now if I was working at a public school, especially with no experience and not being a teacher. Like there's no way. Next reason why I decided to go with Hagwon instead of EPIK is also just like the choice with like the level that I wanted to teach. Again, like I'm not sure how exactly it works in EPIK. I think when you do the EPIK application, like you can tell them, oh, I'd like to work with like primary school or middle school or high school or whatever. But again, it's like they are going to put you where they need teachers. And with Hagwons, like you have so much more choice with like what you want. Like with me, I was like, I don't want kindergarten, like not at all. Give me elementary and give me middle school, and that's exactly what I got elementary and I got middle school. And I think they tried to, with EPIK, I think they tried to match you as best as possible with your like wants and your preferences, but I don't think you always get like what you want. So yeah. Honestly, those are my reasons. Like the shorter documentation process for Hagwons, the ability to choose where you want to live, and the grades and the level you want to teach, the salary, and so, oh, my last point why I went with a Hagwon was because public schools, EPIK, usually have co-teachers with you in the class, and I was like, absolutely not. Like I'm not coming here to like work side by side with someone. I've heard so many stories of like co-teachers being rude to foreign teachers, like just undermining them, and someone I think even said that they basically feel like just like an entertainment, because the Korean teacher would like teach and, you know, do all the main teaching, and then the native English teacher would just come in and just be like, and just play some games with the kids for like the last 10 or like 5 minutes of the lesson. And I was like, no, like I actually want to teach. Like I'm not coming here to be like just like the games portion of someone else's lesson, you know. And EPIK has its advantages as well. Like I think EPIK has more just like job stability, because like Hagwons at the end of the day are a business, and they can fire you at any point. Like they don't always follow the rules, or they can shut down and you're left jobless. So the job security is like one thing that's like, okay, EPIK definitely has that. But yeah, those are my reasons, 4 reasons. But again, like, this is such a personal thing for everyone, and I think it's different for everyone based on like your needs and wants and preferences and things like that. But yeah, that's like, despite all the horror stories, my Hagwon like worked out for me. I feel like I got a good Hagwon. It's not perfect, but like I think it's better than most. So yeah, if you have any questions, like, put them down in the comment section. I hope this video was somewhat helpful. I haven't done a sit down in such a long time, but yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. I have a vlog coming up, so stay tuned. Bye.